Hello and welcome to another week of Sunday League to Legend. We are here on YouTube and indeed on Football Manager 2021 as Leyland Albion compete in an Emirates FA Cup tie. We are on Saturday the 11th of December, kick-off at 3 PM against Boreham Wood. We are in the first round of the FA Cup. It's just started for us. Boreham Wood had to go through Chester in the fourth qualifying round just to face a team with the prestige of the Albion. You will notice that there is one major new signing, and he's on the bench wearing number 29. We have managed to sign Wilfried Zaha. He is on an astronomical wage each week compared to our other players. I think he's on about £5,000, but he has agreed to move down here to Lancashire to play in League One for us, and the league is going well. More on that as the game unfolds. For now though, we're going to head over to the dressing room. The advice from our assistant Simon Francis: we're favourites for a reason. Go out there, make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. I'm going to go with him for no reaction from any player of note. Only Remy Savage seems quite happy, which is ironic because he really wants to leave our club. He and Daniel Phillips, actually, a midfielder, have both been in and out of my office for the last few weeks, all demanding a transfer as soon as possible. Both have been told to wait until the end of the season when they can be properly replaced. As now we have the ball in our defensive third, ball over the top to Thompson Fearon, keeps it in, and it's Andrade with the shot that goes behind. We do have a corner though, unfortunately no highlight. So in terms of our League One performance, it's been really good. We've only had one loss in the last 15 games, and we're 11 unbeaten in all competitions, which is a great run of form as Winter crosses to Drinkwater and he finds the side netting. Our last two games have resulted in wins, both those two coming against Colchester and Walsall. Boreham Wood are currently stationed in the National League, so two leagues below ourselves. And as mentioned, they did overcome Chester to get here to the Leyland Albion Stadium. There will be an update coming at the end of, Wednesday will be the next update, which will have several new signings. As mentioned, Wilfried Zaha has arrived. He came in on a free transfer. And has already made his mark with several goals and assists. We've been playing him up front because we've had some awful problems with strikers. Thompson Fearon here, just shorn of all confidence. Absolutely no goals going in for him. And John has been injured, our big summer signing. So he was on loan with us last season. We made it permanent and he promptly got injured for 4 months. I forget why, but he's been on the inactive list for quite a while. As Andrade breaks forward, can he get a cross in? No, it's a corner kick. In terms of our team sheet, we've got a sort of mixture of first team regulars and backup players. We've got the likes of Tommy Jackson in goal. He's looking for a way out as well, just not getting enough game time. Winter at right back, Berry and Savage in the centre of defence, McBride at left back. Then we've got Daniel Phillips, Drinkwater and Lloyd Barrington, the three central midfielders. Andrade and Tommy O'Reilly out wide. Andre Thompson Fearon up front. Now Thompson Fearon's an interesting one. Hasn't really scored any goals this season, despite being in the team for quite a lot of it. He is a club legend now, following his goals last season and the season before, but we've sort of found his level, I feel, and it's not League One. And there you go, another shot and another save. Just Thompson Fearon can't seem to buy a goal at the minute, as there is concerted pressure from Leyland Albion. We are dominating in terms of shots and on target as well. Our XG well above our opponents. But you've got to stick it in the back of the net, boys. Can't rely on this being 0-0 for too long. Boreham Wood will just get a bit bored and go through us, you would feel. As Mikhail Smith over there, I think that was, unfortunately unable for Boreham Wood to do anything of note. I never man mark a player that I get recommended to, just because you end up pulling somebody out of position to do that, and I then get an angry notification from my assistant Simon Francis saying that he is out of position and needs fixing. He's been dragged basically by the player that he's marking, which of course in early Championship Manager, Football Manager days was a bit of a cheat. I think carry on the way they were playing, that's fine. I think we've got a chance of getting a goal here in the second half. But yeah, back in the olden days you could man mark the goalkeeper, and that then obviously brought a central defender back with them, which then allowed you to be right on the goalkeeper's toes. And plenty of goals came from that in the likes of Championship Manager 2000 and 2001, that sort of game. As Winter now forward, Drinkwater with the effort, just can't get it beyond the Boreham Wood defence, which looks pretty strong. We may have to turn to Wilfred Zaha at this rate, which is probably not something we wanted to do in the FA Cup, which designated as a bit of a rest for him, as he's been in the team pretty much every week since he arrived a couple of months ago. 55 minutes on the clock now. Looks like Boreham Wood are just having a bit of a spell, but we have a corner. Again, it's headed out to safety. Not even a highlight. Really disappointing, that from Football Manager. Perhaps we could see things going on. Who knows? That'd be quite nice. Obviously, this weekend we had the tragic incident with Christian Eriksen collapsing on the pitch during Euro 2020, happening in 2021. It does seem to be pulling through though, so that's fantastic. It was a really sort of shocking incident at the time. Hasn't been seen for quite a while, I would say. Obviously up here in Lancashire, Fabrice Muamba was one that happened fairly locally, so that was sort of fresh in the mind, to be honest. As it looks like we are going to bring on Zaha. Let's bring him on there on the right, and also I think Connor Comer is going to come on up front. Let's see if he can do any business here against what appears to be quite a strong Boreham Wood setup. I'll just encourage the boys once more as we enter the last 15 minutes. So yeah, delighted to see Christian Eriksen obviously seemingly doing pretty well following what happened in the Denmark-Finland game. And as I record this, earlier today England picked up a win in their opening group game against Croatia, who second in the group, and there is Connor Comer. Is that a goal? It is a goal. He was onside. Fantastic. Connor Comer still doing the business for us after all these seasons. It's Phillips with the ball across to Drinkwater. He's going to bobble one through. And there's Connor Comer just going to get the ball up over the goalkeeper. Just chips in. And that is the opening goal of the game. Leyland Albion lead in the FA Cup first round. What a fantastic way of doing business. Comer, he's another one that probably is going to leave at some point. There's just nothing that I can really do to keep hold of him. He wants first team football, as well he should, but just can't do it. What does interest me is the players that have left us don't seem to have found new clubs, a lot of them. In fact, I checked the other day and found that the likes of Connor Finlayson, who was one of our better players, and indeed Tom Dawson, both have now retired. They left us a few years ago and never picked up another club. Just sat there on the transfer list, on the contract expired, and never found anything else. The Leyland Albion days, the highlight of their careers. Which is a bit sad, really, I have to say. You know, players leave us and you hope that they go on to play a bit of football, but it seems quite a lot of them, once they leave here, that's it, game over. As Lewis is on the counter now. Can he do anything from here? He cannot. Big clearance out the back there. As a suggestion to take off Tommy O'Reilly. I'm going to leave him on because I think we're going to stick with what we've got here. And there goes O'Reilly into Drinkwater. And it's a save. Drinkwater, another that's been complaining about game time. He has played quite a bit of football as of late, just to see if I'm missing something with him. He's played all right. He's not played badly by any stretch of the imagination. But it is Connor Comer's goal that separates the two sides. So he looks like... oh no, it's Steve Berry, our young vice-captain central defender, who is our player of the match. So pretty good from him. A 7.9 rating. Connor Comer just 7.5 for his 45 minutes work. Sorry, less than that, wasn't it? It was about half an hour, 20 minutes in fact. So pretty good going from him. In other scores in the FA Cup, always worth seeing what else is going on. Mansfield and Bristol Rovers 3-3. Fans getting their money's worth there. And then we've got the likes of AFC Fard held by Children. And they had a missed penalty as well. Gillingham through, Chorley not through. So some local sides being knocked out there. Sunderland with a big win. 6-1 against Phoenix Sports. That is all we have time for today. It's been a pretty quick game. Not that exciting, unfortunately. But the update that comes on Wednesday will be probably dated the 2nd of January. So that's when we sign several new players. And it'll be really time to trim the squad a little bit. Ready for the upcoming challenges. The second half of the season, where we are pushing for promotion. We want to get into the Championship. We are currently second in the league. I think we're behind QPR. It's either QPR or Wigan. One of the former Premier League sides in current League One are occupying top spot. We're not far off, and we've got a decent buffer to the teams just below the playoffs as well. So it's something to look out for on Wednesday, when we probably won't have a game, but we will just go through all the different things that have happened, as I have played quite a lot of the save up till now. I think the last time was the first game of the season, and now we've gone all the way into mid-December. So there's just a couple more games to play before the 2nd of January, when reinforcements arrive. A couple on loan, a couple of free transfers, and one that we've paid through the nose for compensation, which I didn't realise at the time was going to be so lucrative, but it appears so. Be that as it may, come and join me again on Wednesday, and we'll find out all the things that are happening in Sunday League to Legend. I'll see you then.